Hi, I'm Dempsey Pulot, and this week I'm reviewing...
Oh, darling, if you see the devil, won't you tell...
Now, before we start, as always, I just want to remind you guys to make sure you hit that like button if you like today's video, and also, if you're new here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. I post new videos weekly, mostly movie reviews, sometimes trailer reactions. I'm even working on some lists at the moment, my favorite films of 2019, as well as my favorite films of the decade. But if you like any of that stuff, you don't want to miss it, please make sure you hit that subscribe button once again. But without further ado, let's jump right into today's film, A Fall from Grace. A Fall from Grace was written and directed by Tyler Perry and stars Brescia Webb, Crystal Fox, Felicia Rashad, Mehcad Brooks, and Tyler Perry himself. And the film follows a public defender who tries to uncover the truth about a woman who is perceived by her friends and family to be a model citizen that's accused of killing her husband. What starts off as an open and shut case quickly turns into a Pandora's box leading to something more sinister. Now, before I go on, I do want to start off by saying this. I love Tyler Perry. I'm a huge fan of his philanthropic work. I love the fact that he just opened up a movie studio to continue to foster diverse projects, and I even love the fact that most of his films help to shed light on some of the unknown plights that people of color experience. But this film was a joke. Okay, I mean, I should have known what I was getting into when the film opened up with a helicopter trying to save a woman from jumping off a 2-story house. Yeah, that happened. Watching the trailer for this film, it even looks like a bunch of Perry's previous projects. But to say that it's comparable to some of them would be a serious oversimplification. Yes, it does touch on some of the themes from his previous work, such as domestic abuse, infidelity, and the importance of justice, but the film's biggest sin by far is the fact that it suffers a major identity crisis. I mean, it starts off as your run-of-the-mill drama, and before you know it, there's a little bit of mystery sprinkled in there, and then by the halfway point, it's a psychological thriller, and then it becomes a courtroom drama, and in the last 10 minutes, it's a full-blown horror film. I'm not even kidding. Now, when watching a movie, I think it's pretty normal to experience a roller coaster of emotions, but never is it okay to experience a roller coaster of tones. Well, this many tones anyway. Now, in terms of acting, I did think that there were actually some solid performances in this film. For instance, the leads, Brescia Webb and Crystal Fox, did a pretty good job in my opinion, but Mehcad Brooks, who plays the villain on the other hand, was just too over the top. In fact, he even looked kind of ridiculous. His character actually looks like he's wearing two different kinds of wigs on top of each other. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. But speaking of wigs, Tyler Perry's in this movie, and no, he is not playing Medea. Medea retired, okay, guys? But in all seriousness, though, I thought he was actually pretty good in this movie, too. But also, I think he was only good because he gave himself some of the film's best dialogue. The best part of the film, in my opinion anyway, was the twist. In the last 20 minutes, there's something that happens that I genuinely did not see coming, but just when you start to think the film is going to redeem itself, it just gets laughably worse. To be honest, this film has a lot of laughable moments in it. There's actually this one scene where our main character, Crystal Fox's Grace, is getting ready to go on a date, and she's getting dressed all fancy, and there's this huge montage that you think is going to lead somewhere great. But then, in the next scene, it's revealed that the date is in, of all places, a diner. Yeah, I literally laughed so hard. She and her date are probably the most fanciest people there. No, they definitely are the most fanciest dressed people there. Everyone else is wearing a t-shirt or jeans or sneakers. And the best part is, in the middle of everybody eating their burgers and fries, a waiter comes out with a huge bottle of wine and 2 wine glasses like it's some sort of French restaurant. Yeah, once again, that's the kind of movie this is. Now, overall, I don't think that this film is good, but if you like Tyler Perry, or if you're a fan of some of his films, or even if you need a couple of hours to fill with some mindless entertainment, I'd highly recommend this film. It's bad, but it's also almost so bad that it's actually kind of good, if that makes sense. And for that, I'm going to give this film 1.5 stars.
This is common sense.
Guys, as always, thanks again for taking the time out of your day to view this video. It really does mean the world to me. And once again, if you like today's video, please make sure you hit that like button and consider subscribing. I post new videos weekly. Now, I will be posting something else this week, but it won't necessarily be on this channel. As many of you guys know, I've mentioned here before that me and my friends have a podcast, and for our latest episode, we thought it'd be cool to do a movie review. And the film, hint hint, stars Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. So yeah, if you want to know my thoughts or me and my friends' thoughts on Bad Boys for Life, the episode drops Monday, and I'll put the link down in the description box below. Now, if you like this movie, not Bad Boys for Life, you know, A Fall from Grace, if you loved it, if you hated it, let me know what you thought about it down below in the comment section. I'd love to hear what any and all of you guys thought, and I love to engage with all of you. But that's pretty much all the time I have today. As I've already mentioned, I have tons of stuff that I need to get back to work on, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Until next time, I'm Dempsey Pulot. Take care.